Hey everybody, welcome back to a new video. So Freezer Games is back for the second time. And originally I didn't want to make a video on this event just because at the end of the day, it is just a copy and paste event exactly from last year. But after further consideration, honestly, definitely worth getting. Now, of course, there's a 700 Ruby event pass, which is obviously the biggest downside of the event. Apart from that though, if you have a few thousand rubies to spend and maybe a few crystals to spend as well, it's a really good event for only 700 rubies to get into it. Now, obviously, if you're going to end up spending any money in the game, don't forget to go to settings, account, choose my creator tag Taspens. It helps me out a ton. And again, you're just giving Tanki more money at that point if you don't use a creator tag. So even if you don't use mine, it's definitely worth using. So obviously you get the event pass for 700 rubies and then it'll auto sort you into a team. Last year I got Rage and they got last place. So I'm hoping I get a lucky team this year because the winning team gets the Gauss Ice skin. I don't have any ice skins on my account, so it'd be really nice to get a Gauss Ice, and then you get Gauss Pulsar. Last year they had Ice Freeze and Ice Pulsar, so in general, they're just switching it up this year a little bit, adding a new ice skin. At the end of the day, Gauss Ice is probably my least favorite, but in general, it's an ice skin. Ice skins are very cool, and hopefully this year we'll be getting an ice hole in the snow trap minigame, so having an ice turret to match with an ice hole would be really cool. Again, Tanki, please, for the love of everything that is holy, give us a freaking ice skin for the hole and turret, honestly. Give us a freaking combo, that's all I want. So when you get the event pass, you can get this 2000 ruby bundle as well. Probably one of the best bundles in the game for this event if you guys want to get it. And then the rest, same exact price as last year, 600,000 crystals for 5 coins, 1500 rubies. Again, the prices are actually reasonable. Considering this is Tanki, the prices are very reasonable. And they didn't like change it from last year, which is something they've actually been doing recently. They changed something from last year, make it just slightly more annoying for the player. But this year didn't change anything. It was great last year. It's great again this year. The first 10 rewards are always not that great. Level 6 though, Stellarator Augment for Shaft. Everyone knows how good this augment is. Don't know if they're going to nerf it a week or two after the event ends, but at the end of the day, this is one of the best augments for Shaft. You don't really see it all that much just because it has a relatively high skill barrier. It's not too hard to use, but it's hard enough to where not too many people use it. So honestly, that alone is worth 700 rubies. I don't know how badly they're going to nerf it if they do nerf it, but again, for the 700 ruby pass, and you get this for free if you do all your missions without having to spend any extra rubies or crystals, amazing there. You also get some snowball grenades, although you only get 20. Snowball grenades are pretty darn cool. I wish it gave you 200. Like, if you're going to make these cool grenades but only give us enough to use for 1 to 2 battles, I'm not going to use them. I'm just going to save them apart from using them and then kind of being disappointed when they're gone. So I wish they gave you like 200 rather than 20. You get supplies. I wish these weren't just filler rewards. I wish they were containers or crystals even. Like, at least with crystals, I can decide if I want to get supplies. But when it's just supplies, when I have 100,000 plus, don't really care. And then the average player playing this event is going to have enough supplies, so they're just kind of boring rewards. Level 13 is the Excalibur rounds for Railgun, which by the way is probably the best railgun in the game. So back to back, both augments you get without having to spend any extra are the best augments for their turret. I hope Tanki doesn't nerf them too bad. Honestly, I don't even see many people using Excalibur. Look what it gives you. 150% critical damage, minimum chance critical damage 5%, increased chance of critical damage 99%, increased chance of critical damage plus 45%. This thing is just awesome. When you get that critical shot, you one-shot everyone. Your reload time is nerfed a little bit, but in general, this augment's really good. Automatically, right off the bat, you get 2 augments that are the best for their turrets without having to spend anything extra. And then everything past level 13, you'll have to spend either crystals or rubies. But at the end of the day, if you have rubies, get this Ice Cash bundle. An extra 6 right there. And then 1,500 rubies for even more? That's a really good price, considering this is Tanki. Like, obviously, an average person looking at this would think it's expensive, but looking at the past and what Tanki's been doing with prices, this is actually very reasonable. On top of that, the missions aren't that bad. There's 13 of them. There's no rank up task either, which is really nice, because for people at Legend, that's like 400,000 XP. Not really easy to do, but all of them are relatively easy. You get 1 extra a day, and then you can do them all at once if you want, if you wait 13 days. But also, the event's not even that long. It's like we're not wasting that much time. I like that a lot. It's only a 2-week event, so we're not having to waste freaking 3 to 4 weeks on an event. Again, although it's a copy and paste and you don't really get any new skins unless your team wins, this event is just by far the best we've had in terms of value. The free events, you end up having to spend a few thousand rubies plus a crap ton of grinding. This event, you don't really have to play all that much, and you don't really have to spend that much either. So you get 13 for free, and then you'd only have to spend an extra 21 on top of that. So worst case scenario, it's around 3 million crystals, Or if you spend rubies, it's around 7,500 rubies. Again, not that bad, all things considered. For me, I have a lot of crystals to spend, so I'm definitely going to spend a lot of my crystals, but I'm also going to get this bundle, so I saved myself 600,000 crystals. So in general, well, not that bad for me personally. For you guys, you may want to stop after you get the 2 augments, but level 14, 30 more ice grenades. Again, I wish this was like 300 instead of 30. I don't know. Giving us that little, like I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use it. Level 20 is camper for Smokey. All right, this is one of the best Smokey augments as well. Like immediately, 3 of the augments in this minigame are like the best of their turrets. Smokey probably has a little bit more augments that are really, really good. Smokey in general just is really, really good. But again, 3 really good augments so far. If you wanted to get to this one, you'd have to spend, I guess, 7 currency, which means at least around 1,000,000 crystals. But again, 1,000,000 crystals not that bad, or around 2,000 rubies. After that, you get 40 more grenades, a bunch of supplies, and then at level 27, you get the brand new Gauss Boxer augment. Now, I haven't seen gameplay of it, but from the statistics and the last Boxer augment, not that great. So you're honestly not really missing out if you don't get this one. For the average player, I'd stop at level 20. After that, it's not really that necessary to keep going. You get this Gauss Boxer augment past that, but it's not really that good of an augment, to be fair. Just based on the Boxer augments in general, the only good one is Hammer. The last time they made a Boxer augment, it was for Ricochet. Wasn't very good at all. Level 34 is a skin container, so it's up to you if you want to spend an additional like 2 million crystals or 5,000 rubies to get to the skin container. But I just wanted to make a video because it's actually really good. For the bang for your buck, if you only spend 700 rubies, you automatically get both Stellarator and Excalibur rounds for Railgun. So amazing. And then you don't have to spend an additional like 1,000,000 crystals to get Smokey Camper. So really, really great value for an event. And then if your team wins, you get Gauss Ice Skin. Obviously, there's only a 33% chance of your team winning. Very, very good event. Highly recommend getting it if you just have 700 rubies to spend and you want 2 really good augments. Hopefully they don't nerf them, or if they do, they don't nerf them into the ground and they're still decent. Because at the end of the day, if Tanki just makes every augment decent, the game will be far more balanced than just making a few overpowered and every other one severely underpowered. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to use code Taspens. If you don't, you're just giving Tanki more money. Talk to you guys in a future video. Peace out, everybody.